Hey everyone, it's Ionut and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a topic that's super important no matter what age you are, retirement planning. Let's be real, nobody wants to work until the day they die, right? We all dream of reaching a point where we have the freedom to do what we want when we want, without stressing about money. That's why in this video we're going to break down exactly how much money you need to retire comfortably at different ages, from 30 all the way to 60. Plus I'll give you actionable steps to get there, so you can start building your dream retirement today. You ready? Let's get to it. So, you want to retire at 30, huh? You're talking about reaching financial independence, retire early, or FIRE as it's called. It's a bold goal, I'll give you that, and it's definitely not for everyone. It takes serious dedication, discipline, and a high risk tolerance. First things first, you're going to need a massive savings rate. Like we're talking 50%, 60%, even 70% of your income going straight towards investments. That means living well below your means, finding creative ways to cut expenses, and probably side hustling like crazy. Now, when it comes to investing at this age, you've got time on your side, which is huge. You can afford to take on more risk with things like index funds heavily weighted towards stocks. Think S&P 500 or even the entire US stock market with VTI. Historically, they've produced great returns, but remember, the market goes up and down, so buckle up. Lifestyle is key here. Retiring at 30 doesn't have to mean jet-setting around the world every month unless you're making bank. It's about having the freedom to choose how you spend your time, whether that's pursuing passions, starting a business, or just enjoying life at a slower pace. But let's be real. Retiring at 30 on a traditional salary alone is a massive uphill battle. To make it happen, you'll likely need to find ways to boost your income significantly, whether that's through a high-paying job, a successful side hustle, or smart investments. Think about it. If you can find a way to generate enough passive income to cover your living expenses, you're essentially there. Real estate, dividend stocks, online businesses, these are just a few options to explore. Remember, retiring early isn't just about the money, it's about having a plan for your time. What are you going to do with all those extra years? It's crucial to have a sense of purpose, goals, and passions to pursue. Otherwise, you risk getting bored and feeling unfulfilled. Retiring at 30 is a challenge, no doubt, but it's not impossible. With the right mindset, strategies, and a whole lot of hustle, it can be done. Alright, so you're aiming for retirement at 40? That's still a very ambitious goal, but it's definitely more achievable than 30. Now, the magic number for retirement at 40 depends heavily on your desired lifestyle. Do you want to live modestly, or are we talking luxury vacations every year? Let's talk savings rate. You won't need to put away 70% of your income like our 30-year-old fire seeker, but you'll still need to be above average. Think 40 to 50% is a good starting point. Remember, the more you save, the faster you reach your goal. Investing-wise, you've still got a decent amount of time to let your money grow, so staying aggressive with your investments makes sense. Index funds are still your friend here, but you might also consider diversifying into real estate, maybe a rental property or two, for some passive income. Now let's throw in some real numbers. Let's say you want to live on $50,000 per year in retirement. Using the 4% rule, which says you can safely withdraw 4% of your portfolio each year without running out of money, you'd need a nest egg of $1.25 million. But remember, inflation is a thing. That $50,000 today won't be the same in 20 or 30 years. You'll need to factor that in when calculating your retirement number. The key takeaway here is that retiring at 40 requires a proactive approach to your finances. You've got to be intentional about your saving, smart about your investments, and always be on the lookout for ways to increase your income. One last thing, don't be afraid to adjust your timeline if needed. Life throws curveballs, and sometimes you might need to push back your retirement date by a few years. And hey, that's okay. What matters most is having a plan and working towards your goals. Alright, 50. Now we're talking. Retiring at 50 is a popular goal, and it's definitely achievable with the right plan. By this age, you've likely reached your peak earning years, which can really work in your favor. Now, your savings rate might be a little lower than those aiming for earlier retirement, but it's still crucial to save aggressively. Aim for at least 30% of your income going towards retirement. At this stage, you might want to start shifting your investment strategy to be a bit more conservative. You just don't have as much time to recover from market downturns, so it's wise to reduce your risk exposure gradually. Let's talk healthcare for a second. It's a major expense in retirement, and it's something you absolutely need to factor into your plan, especially if you're retiring before Medicare kicks in at 65. Consider setting aside a dedicated healthcare fund or looking into private health insurance options. Here's something crucial to consider. You've still got potentially 15, 20, even 30 years or more of retirement ahead of you. That's a long time to make your money last. And hey, don't forget about inflation. We've said it before, but it's worth repeating. That money you're saving today just won't have the same purchasing power down the line. So make sure you're accounting for inflation when calculating your retirement number. The bottom line is this: retiring at 50 is within reach for many, but it really requires discipline, planning, and a clear understanding of your financial needs. Alright, 60, the age many people associate with traditional retirement. By this point, you're probably thinking about slowing down, spending more time with family, and pursuing those hobbies you've been putting off. Now, the average retirement savings for 60-year-olds varies greatly, but a good rule of thumb is to aim for at least 8 to 10 times your annual salary saved. So, if you're making $100,000 per year, you'd ideally want $800,000 to $1 million in your retirement accounts. Social Security will likely play a role in your retirement income, but don't rely on it entirely. It's designed to supplement your savings, not replace them. What if you're behind on your savings? Don't panic, there are still things you can do to catch up. First, try to increase your savings rate as much as possible. Consider working a few extra years. Delaying retirement even by a year or two can make a significant difference in your overall savings. It gives you more time to save, allows your investments to grow, and reduces the number of years you'll need to rely on your savings. Another option is to downsize your lifestyle. Moving to a smaller home, cutting back on unnecessary expenses, and finding creative ways to save can free up more cash flow for retirement savings. Remember, it's never too late to take control of your retirement planning. Even if you're starting a bit later with the right strategies and a commitment to your goals, you can still achieve a comfortable and enjoyable retirement. No matter what age you are, the key to a successful retirement is having a plan and taking action. So, let's break down a step-by-step roadmap to get you started. Step 1. Define your retirement vision. What does your dream retirement look like? Where do you want to live? What do you want to do with your time? Having a clear vision will help you stay motivated and make better financial decisions. Step 2. Calculate your retirement number. How much money will you need to support your desired lifestyle? There are plenty of online calculators that can help you estimate this based on your age, income, and expected expenses. Step 3. Assess your current financial situation. Take a close look at your income, expenses, assets, and debts. This will give you a clear picture of where you stand and help you identify areas for improvement. Step 4. Increase your savings rate. The more you can save, the faster you'll reach your retirement goals. Look for ways to cut back on unnecessary expenses, increase your income, or both. Step 5. Invest wisely. Putting your money to work in the market is crucial for growing your wealth over time. Consider working with a financial advisor to create a diversified investment portfolio that aligns with your risk tolerance and time horizon. Step 6. Review and adjust your plan regularly. Your financial situation and retirement goals will likely change over time, so it's important to review and adjust your plan accordingly. At least once a year, reassess your progress, make any necessary adjustments, and stay on track to reach your goals. Remember, retirement planning is a marathon, not a sprint. It's about making consistent, informed decisions over time that will set you up for financial freedom and peace of mind in your later years. So there you have it, a breakdown of how much you need to retire at every age. Remember, these are just general guidelines, and your specific situation will vary depending on your individual circumstances and goals. The most important thing is to start planning early, save consistently, and make smart financial decisions. What are your retirement goals? Let me know in the comments section below. And if you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more personal finance tips and tricks. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.